What up, Blended? Here we is again. I'm sitting here with Alexis, aka Lele, up in his house. You know, we're gonna talk about some stuff. Watch out, dog Ruby. We're gonna talk about some stuff. You know, me and Neil had a little conversation about how when she first met everybody and us coming together as a blended family. Now, Alexis is not my biological daughter, so she's my stepdaughter, but you know, so y'all know that. Don't ask, she's not my biological daughter, but she's my daughter, because I was there for her. I helped raise her. Yeah, I know what it is.
Correct.
But anyway, do you remember the first time meeting me? Or sort of, kind of, anything? I'm just asking.
I don't remember anything.
Wow, I had that kind of effect on her.
I don't even remember getting a dog. When you guys brought a dog home, it was Diamond.
Yeah, that was our pit bull. Love that dog. But anyways, you know, Lay was the first one to like really spend time with me, you know, hang with me, you know, so before Bianca or Christian even did, she was the first one like to be around me. So it was cool, you know, as we were coming up and stuff like that, you know. And then of course the situation kind of took a turn, you know, after, what would y'all say, a few weeks, few months? How long would it be?
Well, it was probably a year or so.
It's been about a year, you know. Of course, like a lot of you know, when there's step parents involved, of course, she felt like she was disrespecting her dad by showing me love, you know, so she, oh, that's a dog. Like, she's about to pass out over there. But anyway, she felt like she's disrespecting her dad by, you know, showing me love, and, you know, he wasn't there, but I was. You know, so, you want to say something about that?
I remember I was 5 when I met you. I remember that.
Oh, so now you came back to her.
I was
it came
5.
back to her.
I remember that.
It was 5. She was 5.
I was 5 years old. I remember that.
Yeah, but you know, it was just at the point, you know, where she was disrespecting her dad. That's when things kind of went sour for our relationship. We had our good times. We still had there were some bad times there because, you know, when I was there, of course, we spent time together, and you know, but then when her dad came around and she talked to him, she felt bad about spending time with me and loving me. She felt like she couldn't love both of us at the same time. She didn't feel like that was right. So it created chaos between Lay and I. You remember any of that?
I do remember that. I remember Dad left for a couple months. And it made me sad, and Charles was there for me, so I just felt like Dad was never coming back, so why not just have somebody else? And then Dad came back. And I started being so sad because I felt like Dad was my best friend, and I didn't want to hurt his feelings
Right.
by loving somebody else.
And I'm sure there are other people out there that understand that. But you know, as time went on, you know, it didn't necessarily go away. Sometimes it was better, you know, we had our good times, but then sometimes it was just like, you know what, you ain't my dad. You is not my dad. I'm sure y'all know about that. Y'all got a blended family.
Yeah.
But, you know, all in all, it worked things out. But there was times, too, now, you know, and I'm sure she can talk about this. I'm sure she remembers this type of stuff. You know, of course, like I said, I had a lot of rules. That was the way I was raised. Where I came up. We came in our family with rules. My family didn't play. So, you know, as an adult and raising our kids, those rules came with me, along with me adding my own rules to it. You know, this is our home. So, you know, the kids would get in trouble, and you know, we would take things from them, stuff they love, like their phone is their life. That's their lifeline. They can't do without phone.
Yeah.
You know,
Back
one
then,
day.
it was a Nintendo DS,
Nintendo DS. Nintendo DS was
I
enough.
remember, or the Game Boy, the
Yep.
little.
That was their life. You couldn't take that kind of stuff.
I remember.
So, you know, it was, you know, one situation, you know, Lay had got in trouble, and of course, punishment. took the phone from her. Lay was like, no, you ain't taking my phone. No, you ain't taking my phone. I'm telling you, family, she literally fought me.
Yeah.
Lay didn't care, man. She
I'm hard-headed. I'm very hard-headed. I'm very hard-headed.
She didn't care. She was swinging at me, kicking me. She didn't care, family. But I mean, you go through things like that. But I mean, you see us today, you would never know that. But I mean, we had those times, you know, and there was a few of those times. Those came out, you know, got in trouble, you got punished.
It was a paddle.
Oh,
It was
in
a
the
paddle.
paddle.
I remember that.
I made that paddle in high school. I kept that mug. I don't know where it is right now. I think someone took it and burned it or broke it or something.
No song to do.
Huh?
Burn it.
See?
We need to
You know,
find
they're gonna
that.
burn that paddle. But you know, we had our times, man, and that's as a blended family, you know. With the things being chaotic, it's never over. But like I told y'all, man, we worked through that stuff. You see, I mean, she's older now. You work through that. You know, we're better today. Of course, when you're young and you're the parents, like I told y'all before. As parents, I feel like we're not your friend. We're your parents, trying to help you grow up and succeed in life. We're not here to be like, hey, let's go party, let's kick it, let's hang out. You can do whatever you want. You can jump on the furniture, you can break this. No. In the house, you have rules. You know, you see Lay now, man. She wore a watch. She, how many followers you got on Instagram, whatever?
58 point something K.
50? Seriously?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just crazy. But I mean, that just tells you what kind of person she is. People love to be around her, talk to her, you know, see what kind of shenanigans they gonna get into with her. Cause I mean, she can get wild. You tell them.
And I don't like when people disrespect me. So if you do, I'll cuss you out.
Oh, she gonna cut you. That's what she said. Which is true for anybody. To disrespect somebody, you know, you ain't gonna take kindly to that. But you know, it is what it is. You know, so you know, we love Lay. Love her as my own. You know, that's one thing. When his family came together, man. My wife Jennifer, she loved my kids as her own. I love them as my own. Cause we helped raise them. Like I told y'all before last night with Chanel. We didn't just help mold them; they helped mold us into the people we are today.
It was hard. Yeah.
It was very
Crazy
hard.
family.
Well, you know, when you have other parents in there, you know, of course, like with Lay's situation, you know, I was there being, you know, rules, discipline. So, you know, when it was time to go, her daddy's like, Dad, yes, I with my daddy. It was all happy, good times, you know.
Because my dad spoils me. Like, I'm his princess. I am his princess.
So, you know.
Correction. He is a princess right here too.
I'm the main one.
So, you know, I mean, it's just that when there's a blended family, other parents involved, it's always going to seem like the other parent is the better parent because they're not around as much every day. But you know, Ryan, he did his thing. He was there. And
when I moved out, I was with Dad for a while.
Yeah, I mean, so yes, she was with her daddy. That's what I mean.
I wanted to be.
She wanted to be with her daddy. She's with him. You know, so it's just things, you know. And at first, me and him even had issues in the very beginning. You know, I didn't feel like things were going the way they should. You know, and he was, you know, it was just a situation. I'm not getting into that. We had our differences, and now today we talk, we laugh. You know, we cool with each other, and that's how it should be. You know, you don't hold grudges like that, especially when the kids are involved. You don't hold grudges like that. Like I say once again, when something happens to someone, they're gone. You can't take that stuff back. So get over it. So, you know, here Lay is right here.
Don't be afraid to love your step parent, even though you feel like you're betraying it. Your regular parent. Or your biological parent, not that regular.
Right. You know, it is what it is. It's a crazy world, man. Blended chaos. You know, things happen, but you get through them. And at the end of the day, she is my daughter. You know, like not by blood, but she's mine, man. I helped raise her. I would do anything for it, you know, if I could, if I had to. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see anything bad happen to her. I want us to succeed in life. You know, that's the goal. To get them out of the house healthy, be successful in life, be productive. Like I said, once again, not in jail, selling drugs, locked up somewhere. You know, and she doesn't do that. She's productive. I mean, she does a thing. So we had our bad times, good times, but here we are now, man, as a family. Love it. She's sitting here right now, chilling with us, you know. It's crazy family and stuff, you know. So
It's not always perfect, but it's perfect.
she just said it. Not always perfect, but you know, it's not always perfect. We're not robots. We're human. We have different thoughts. So you know, with that said, I love her, man. We
Love you
here.
too.
We're gonna be making more videos up together and stuff. Us, the whole family, all the girls. You know, whoever we can get together.
Yeah.
That's what it's blended chaos, baby. That's what we is, blended chaos. Thank you. You know, subscribe. You gotta do what else?
Thumbs up.
Notifications.
Follow Mom and Charles on Instagram.
Well, yeah, there you go. Share, like, comment, all that good stuff. Rock with us, baby. We here. We thank you for tuning in. And until next time.
We're out.
Spirit fingers. That was her. Take 14.